Most glaring problems on the Browns defense is at free safety. Sendejo is allowing over 70% of passes thrown his way to go for some completions. There are a few options at free safety in the free agent market that are still available that the Browns can pick up to help alleviate this problem. One of them is Eric Reid. He is 28 years old and he's got 7 NFL seasons under his belt. Last year, he registered 130 tackles, 4 sacks, and a fumble force, and he's got 11 interceptions in 99 career games. He's a 2013 Pro Bowler with the 49ers, and that year he had a career high of 4 interceptions. The next one, Earl Thomas, he's got some character issues, but he's still out there. 31 years old, 10 NFL seasons, 49 tackles, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble force in 2019, and he's caused 30 interceptions in 140 career games, and he's a 6-time Pro Bowler. Then you've got Ha Ha Clinton-Dix, 27 years old, 6 NFL seasons with Green Bay, Washington, and Chicago. Last year with the Bears, he registered 78 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 1 defensive touchdown, and he's got 16 interceptions in 96 career games. He was a 2016 Pro Bowler with the Packers, and that year he registered career-high 5 interceptions. So, Les, Anthony, do any of these options intrigue you, and do the Browns need to look out in the free agency market and find another replacement for Sendejo at this point?
Anthony, doesn't it bother you when you see guys like that with resumes like that, and they get halfway through the season and you see that they played with, more teams than they've had years in the league, and immediately Brian actually said it about Reid. He said character issues right at the top. Doesn't that concern you in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, it's a risk for any organization willing to bring somebody in who's had a kind of a tumultuous background. The Eric Reid thing is interesting because some people think he's been blackballed from the league like Colin Kaepernick, but I don't want you to get emails, so I don't want to talk about that right now. But they need help, and they need help fast. I wonder when they're going to be willing to pull the trigger on a potential trade. You saw the Baltimore Ravens today. They pounced on another pass rusher in Ngakoue, somebody who was with Calais Campbell in Jacksonville. So he should fit right into their system. So you have teams like the Ravens who already beat you up. They're getting better. What are the Browns going to do? How long before they try to fix things? I think they wanted to get healthier to see where they actually needed to address. I think linebacker is in dire straits. I think Mack Wilson's been a huge disappointment. They're getting Carl Joseph back in the secondary. They're getting, obviously, Ronnie Harrison. So I don't know if any of these guys are going to make a big impact, though, with that defense. And I think that the work is cut out right now for Andrew Berry because he knows that defense is not good enough.
What do you say? It's too late in the season to add somebody that can help?
No, I don't think it is at all. And you still have a bye week. You still have the trade deadline. Yeah. I think they have plenty of time to get somebody in. See, this is the difference, though, with COVID this year. You can't have a guy come in and play within a couple of weeks. They've got to wait. They got to clear all the tests, and then you have to try to teach them the system. So it could take a little longer, but there's still plenty of season left to get somebody in. Remember, all these guys are playing without any kind of an offseason anyway. So every player around the league has been thrust in on new teams and new situations.
Yeah, that's a good point. No question about that. You brought up